Choose your battles wisely. I want you guys to remember this because a lot of you guys let yourselves get caught up in some really low value, petty ass, time wasting crap that does you no good, does not move you forward, does not help progress you forward, but keeps you stagnant, if not starts pulling you backwards in life, right? And a lot of this goes back to the fact that you are not strategically using your time wisely, which means you are getting wrapped up in things that don't matter, with people that don't matter, with events that don't matter, that are essentially just wasting your time and keeping you from achieving the bigger picture, right? Achieving your goals, doing what you are meant to do on this planet, whether it's, chasing your path and purpose, pursuing your dreams, whatever it is you're doing. You're getting wrapped up and distracted by things that you shouldn't be. Why? Because you are not choosing your battles wisely, right? You're not choosing your battles wisely. Instead, you are getting wrapped up in things that you really have no business getting wrapped up into. I mean, are you at a level now where you're thriving at life? You've got everything you wanted. You've got the women you want. You got all the money you can handle, all the cars you can handle, the houses no, you're not there, right? Most of us are not there. Most of us are either failing or coping with life. And unfortunately, because most guys are failing and coping in life, the last thing they want to see you do is thrive at life. So they are going to try to hold you back. They are going to try to distract you. They are going to try to throw speed bumps in your way, right? They're going to try to trip you up. They're going to play the crabs in the bucket. They see you trying to get out, they're going to try to pull you back in. This is why you got to choose your battles wisely. When somebody tries to provoke you, when somebody tries to mess with you, when somebody tries to bully you, when somebody tries to take shots at you, throw shine at you, you have to think to yourself, is this worth it for me today to just stop what I'm doing and deal with this clown? Is he really worth my time? Is he? Because if he is, and you stop your day to deal with that clown, what does that say about you? It says that you're easily distracted off your path and purpose, right? You're not 100, you don't have both feet in to get going on what you need to do. Right? And this is why being able to let things go and forget is a skill set in itself, right? Because throughout the day, as humans, you're just going to come across a lot of low-value idiots out there, both male and female, okay? You're going to come across a lot of just people who have nothing else better to do than to live in this constant state of anger where they get triggered by anything somebody else does, and you might happen to be that person who crosses their path that day, and they come after you and throw some shade at you or do something or say something to provoke you, and you stop your day to react to this petty, low-value male or low-value female. Okay, where what you should be just doing is shrugging your shoulders and be like, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that, and then just go about your day and move on, right? Because I think it was Robert Greene who had this lesson. I'm a big Robert Greene fan, by the way, his books, and he talked about this. He was saying the ability to forget is so critical. It's like he's like, it'll save you so much time, right? Anybody who's done you wrong, or any of these little nuances of life where you come across some meathead who does something to you, and just the ability to forget about that person and just continue on is just incredible, right? Because you do save so much time, so much stress, so much headache, because you're able to just keep moving in life, right? You're just able to keep moving, and you're not carrying around all this toxic emotional baggage from all the pinheads out there that have done you wrong. Okay, so this really boils back to choose your battles wisely. Which battles are worth fighting, right? And really, the only battles that I get involved in that I will actually take time to address, invest in, are the ones where it's with people I care about. And usually that's family members, that's good friends, not just acquaintances, but really good friends. Obviously my girl, been with now for a couple of years. Yeah, of course, right? I mean, and even then, I still choose my battles wisely. If it's something that, it doesn't deserve the attention, I'm not gonna put any effort towards it, or much effort towards it, right? Or I'll let the person know, like, hey, don't, let's forget it, don't do that, right? And I'll just let them know, let's not waste time on this. So even then, when it comes to family, friends, or dating partners, it's like, still, you got to choose your battles wisely, right? I mean, and this can be applied to any aspect of life, right? I mean, even your diet, right? If you're, right now, if like you're trying to lose weight and you have, you have some potato chips in front of you, I mean, is it really worth it to eat those potato chips and put yourself backwards rather than keep pushing forward and keep progressing and keep getting into better shape? Is it really worth it? Of course not, right? Don't eat those potato chips. You don't need to. So it's real important, guys, that, when you are out there, if you actually want to accomplish anything in this world, you must choose your battle wisely, right? You must choose your friends wisely. You must choose who you allow into your life wisely, right? Because these people, can either help move you forward, or they're just going to hold you back, right? They're just going to hold you back. This is why I cut off a lot of people I grew up with that I was getting in trouble with. I just had to cut them completely out of my life, because, and of course, no surprise, I've done great since, and so it just goes back to, you have to do what's best for you, right? But don't get wrapped up in these petty confrontations with coworkers, or people that you don't care about, people on the street. These ridiculous conflicts you have. People online, for example. Especially now with like people just spending all day in the comment sections arguing with people. Don't get caught up in this petty stuff, because life is too short for that, right? And you have bigger fish to fry. You have bigger things to accomplish. You have bigger goals than that, than, to be sitting at your computer arguing with somebody in another country that you've never met, that you've never seen, that's using a fake profile, a faceless profile, and that's probably just trying to push your buttons. Why bother? There's a whole world out there that you should be interacting with, that you should be creating value for, that you should, should be out there exploring and engaging with, right? So choose your battles wisely, guys. Don't get involved in things that are petty, that will hold you back, that won't help you move forward, and won't help you get to where you want to go in life, right? You have to choose your battles wisely. And with that said, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything I might have missed, please share in the comments below. I always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read them, so drop those comments below, guys. And until next